Hi, it's Brenda. And there's pretty little Tally girl saying hi to us. We miss you, honey. So this is how I thought my organization was perfect 2 years ago. Well, it's pretty close to how I had it. I think I wasn't quite done at this stage. Welcome to my channel, My New Me, where you get to watch as I try to make sense out of the chaos that has become my life and my home. How lucky are you? And this is how I started changing it a couple of months ago, like I think 52 months ago or more. Oh, stay away. That's why it has a lid. And that is my supervisor, Miss Addie. Yeah, that's why it has a lid. You know that. You know it, don't you? And so over a much longer time period than it ever needed to be, scoot up here. Scoop, 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 scoop. You've seen me organizing this, organizing that, a little bit at a time as I could. Hi. What are you doing? Were you petting me? I've been busy getting kitty pets of approval, sorting, purging, tripping over shadow on the floor. What? And participating in very intellectual conversations. In the previous videos, you saw me setting up those photo boxes or letter boxes on the ledge behind my table. You also saw me setting up the drawers on the shelves and cleaning everything off. And I decided which box, bag, bin, and drawer would hold which category of items. Are you spelled out looking all lovely? Yeah. Cutie pie. And now it's time to go through each and every box, bag, bin, and drawer, and to remove any items that do not belong in said box, bag, bin, and drawer. So that once I'm ready to start the big sort, each box, bag, bin, and drawer contains only the items in that category that it's supposed to contain. And my goal for this video is to see how many times I can say box, bag, bin, and drawer without stuttering. No, it's not. I'm over it. I did it 5 times. That's enough. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking things out of where they don't belong and putting them where they do belong in my new organizational system. And since it did take me a few months to do this, changing my mind a few times, because that happens, and having to remind myself what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it, what my ultimate goal was. That sometimes took longer than anything else. You will see a few different video qualities in video because I am filming it on separate things. I am filming part of it on my laptop, which is not very good quality. Some of it is on the iPod from my friend when my old phone died, and some of it is on my new phone, which is actually a pretty good camera considering it's a $20 refurbished phone from Straight Talk. This area is a very long, narrow area to film in and try to catch every angle or see everything. So rather than mess with moving cameras around and trying to get the right angle, I just got all fancy smancy and decided to set up 2 cameras. Well, an iPod or phone and a laptop. Hey, it worked. Especially when I would forget my organizational tools and tricks, like having a don't know bin rather than making piles all over. So if I don't know right where it goes, right when it's in my hand, it goes in the don't know bin. No sense wasting time trying to decide or making new piles when I can continue to work and deal with that don't know thing later. But I reminded myself and put it where it belonged. And now more things are going there, and we're dumping dust out of the boxes onto the floor, because that works too. So this right here is the last pre-sorting task before the big sort. Yes, a year later, and we have not even reached the big sort yet. But that's next. Isn't that pretty? Might not show up on that one very. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to make something of it. Don't know what, but something. I do have a lot of that. Don't know what, but I'm going to do something with it. It's just pretty and I like it, so I know I will eventually do something with it. Okay. Might be sort of sorted out. This is special stuff that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. This is all journal and planner things I've not used yet, but will. This is all label stuff, which I know I have more than that in there. And I might put Post-its in there too. This is paints, nail polishes, which I use as paint, dyes, ink pads, color crap, things that are going to color things. This is soap when I was trying to make my own soap, and clay, which I've been playing with, trying to learn how to do. This is going to be all, it's cards, it's pretty bags, papers that make things out of, oops, I might have just shown an address. I make things out of. I put on stuff. Like this pretty tin I made. All of these things that are on it came from cards and gift bags. Pretty sure that butterfly right there came from right there on this gift bag. I use that stuff to make things like this. I'm gonna put all of those kind of things in there, in this box. This is my non-decorative stick-it stuff. So it's glues, tapes, rubber bands that were too many for my little thing there, putties, bungees, things, pipe cleaners. So anything that, Mod Podge, anything that sticks something else together. My non-decorative stick-it stuff. So that's going to be my stick-it box. This is my do later. And that's my sticker book that I need to redo. So everything that, and it's going to become budget book once I take the stickers out of there. So anything to do with that. And anything else I have that I was either in the middle of and never finished, or I want to do something with it. I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. It's all going to go in here for my do later. That's my I don't know bin, which is, I don't know if I want to keep it, or I don't know what I want to do with it, or I don't know if I have everything I need to do what I want to do with it, or I have it, I know what I want to do with it, I just don't know where I want to store it. So that's my, like, this is all my old journal and planner things. I want to keep those. I don't want to get rid of them. I haven't decided where I want to put that and where I want to keep it. So this is all office stuff and office related stuff. Something that I would have kept in the desk. And it may not all go here. And this is all decorative stick-it stuff. So duct tape, washi tape, ribbons, things like that will go in here. That's my sewing stuff. It's a little tiny sewing machine. And I'm putting all my sewing stuff in there. So, oh, and that's my toolkit. And those are my shoes. And a random red basket on the floor. That's a laptop recording me, recording you. And now finally, at long last, a year later, we're going to start the big sort. So I had several bins, boxes, bags. I showed them to you in the first video. And then there's that shadow that we keep tripping over. And of course my supervisor judging my gracefulness. Very coordinated, aren't I? Be careful. And without me realizing it, when Addie copied my gracefulness, she turned off the camera on the laptop. So this is all you really get to see of the 3 bins that I'm currently emptying. I kind of like to show the bulging mound of crap inside the thing dwindling, but I can't because unfortunately you can't see it from this angle. So thanks, Addie. It's a good thing she's still so stinking cute. I've said this before, but it never hurts to repeat myself, and I tend to enjoy doing that apparently. But I have I have several major goals with this sort. The first goal is to organize the items in a way that makes sense to me, how I will be using the item. It may make absolutely no sense to anyone else on the planet, but everyone else on the planet won't be accessing these items. I will be. A good example of this is clothespins and with the glues and tapes and stuff. Clothespins should go with laundry, right? That's how they were made, why they were made. Well, not so much in my world. When I glue or Mod Podge things together, or I'm taping something together, I use the clothespins to hold those things together while I wait for the glue to dry, or to keep them in place while I tape them. What about a little brush? Oh, you trying to reach? You like it? You don't know? So in my mind, in my world, the clothespins belong with the stick it together stuff because they help me stick it together. And it's the same with nail polish. It's meant to paint your nails, so you would think it would go with beauty items or personal care items. But again, I don't paint my nails, so I use nail polish to paint things or for crafting. So that's how I store it, with the color craft. A little gift a friend sent Addie a Christmas present, I think 2 years ago. All these little wind up chicks. This is yours, isn't it, little girl? No? Will you stop jumping up on there? Yeah, just stop. These are yours. You have 2 of them over there on the floor right now. You know, yes you do. So I'm trying to work with my own tendencies with this whole sorting thing. Don't knock over that water. You're doing it on purpose. Another major goal is to make everything very easy to access, but even more so, very, very easy to put away again. I enjoy working on crafting projects when my physical ability is at a minimum. It makes me happy, it keeps me focused, and stops my tendency to just mope around here. And putting a halt to that attitude the minute it starts is always for the best, if I can recognize that it's starting. Sometimes I can't, but I think that's just part of being people, right? But the boy and Addie both help with that recognition process. Ta-da! It's all empty. And a great big yay for that. In other words, I love doing craft projects. I'm thinking I was going to put all my ribbons in with the duct tape and washi tape, but I think there's too much. So I thought I might put them in this, roll them all up and put them in this, but it has where you can change the size. No? Alright. She says no. I think I'm still going to do it. Because you're not the boss of me, little girl. However, if I have to pull these boxes out, slide that stack over just to get the bottom of those boxes to find paints or markers. 2 big things empty. Yay! I'm much less apt to do anything at all, except perhaps more moping. Change my mind about having this be Addie's thing. It's like, change my mind about having this be Addie's thing. Instead, I'm going to put her toys in this. These are extra toys I switch out every now and then when she starts getting bored with what's already out. Toys can go in this. Oh, was I talking without you? I'm so sorry. I have 2 of these things. Oh, look. Am I touching your things? Yeah, are these your things? Oops, I bumped your little nose. I'm sorry. Hi. So, that can be her medicine stuff. I decided to do this mainly because so much of this I access all the time. Like her brush I get, you aren't looking at what I'm doing. Her brush I get all the time. This is her toothbrush, but I don't use it for her teeth. I brush your hair with it, don't we? We make you all pretty. I kind of do her face and head area because this is just so big for that. If she has a tiny little face and head. Don't know if this will fit in here though. Oh yeah. That leave-on shampoo fits in here quite nicely. And her clippers. This will make it easier. This I access all the time. Her brush and her clippers and her all of that stuff. And she rolls in something really stinky in the yard when we're walking. And it has that leave-on shampoo I can wash her with. This I access monthly for the flea stuff. So far I haven't needed the worming or the ear mite stuff, but you never know. I'd rather have it just in case. And these I won't be accessing. These will be when she gets very bored with what she already has. It probably won't happen. Or I don't know. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this.
But I just think these will be easier to handle.
And I rambled, so it's voiceover time. It's more the storing things together with how I use them and when I use them, and not just because it's all cat, it all goes into one clump, or the typical standard way of clumping things together.
I just don't know where to put it now. So this can probably, that's going to go over there, because that can go in the to be washed.
So I really think that's my main goal with all of this. Easy to access and even easier to put away. Here's hoping I succeed.
So I think I'll put these there.
This is part 1 of the big sort. Part 2 will be the next video.
Alright, so the table's clear up. Ta-da.
It was just too long to put all together in one video.
Hi.
And this part I really wanted to share because it's something special that the boy and I finally noticed.
What? What? Stop yelling at me. No. Just stop. Don't yell. You're stressing me out.
You've all seen how Addie is always right in the middle of everything I'm doing. Always.
No yelling. No.
But there are times when she's much more insistent about it, almost to the frantic stage.
Enough. Cat. Enough. No. Oh, careful.
And she doesn't stop until I stop. The boy and I have both noticed that. If I completely ignore her, like I am here, she'll go to the boy and paw at his leg or side and whine at him.
Hey, enough.
To try to get his attention,
Right.
then come back and continue with me. She has even woken one or the other of us by whining really loud right in our faces, or putting just the tips of her claws on our cheek to get her attention. And each and every time she is this insistent and this almost frantic, I have had a health episode.
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what. You have to be on my lap right now. Come here. Come on.
One that probably would not have been as bad had I listened to her when she first started yelling at me. So we have learned to listen to her wisdom beyond her years. And this was one of those times.
So, I think now I
needed to listen to my cat. And I think I'm starting to realize that the cat knows what she's talking about. But when you
I need to neaten up
have the motivation, you're in the mood,
all the little things. Make sure everything actually fits where I think it's going to fit.
it's hard to stop.
And then put away the don't know thing.
And I think Addie is reaching her limit. You'll see here she's actually putting her claws on my face,
What?
which surprised me, but also got my attention.
Chill.
When I was editing and I saw that I caught this entire thing on film, I was pretty happy and amazed about it. When you're living in the moment,
Just calm down and chill.
it's hard to really recognize what's going on until you rewatch it on video. And then it was kind of like, oh wow. Over the course of my videos, several of you have commented about how Addie acts like a support or an alert animal. And you were oh so right. And she's getting to be more and more so as she matures. More videos are on their way. Thanks for watching. Take care and toodles.